Hello, welcome to this class. Last time we looked at the introduction of fractions, the different types of fractions, conversion of fractions from improper to mixed fraction and vice versa. Then we looked at how to express fractions in their lowest form. So today, still in fractions, we are moving forward to learning addition and subtraction of fractions. In addition and subtraction of fractions, here we'll learn the techniques of adding two fractions together without making a mistake. Okay? Now, for you to add or subtract two fractions together, one thing must be there. And that thing is, two things are to be considered actually. If the fractions are like fractions, then the addition becomes easy and the subtraction becomes easy as well. In like fractions, we simply add the numerators together, subtract the numerators together, and our denominator remains the same. But when we have unlike fractions, like 2 over 5 plus or minus 4 over 7. When we have something like this, you notice that here the denominators are different, so the two fractions are not like fractions. Whenever we are faced with something of this nature to solve, then something must come to our mind. We have to employ what we know in factors and multiples of numbers. So to solve this, we find the LCM of the denominators. The LCM of the denominators. Once we obtain the LCM of the denominators of the two fractions or more fractions, okay, once we obtain the LCM of their fractions, then what we now do is the LCM will now become the new denominator for those fractions. Then we will use the denominator of each of the fractions to divide the LCM, then we multiply the numerator by the quotient from the LCM and we'll write it down here. Same thing we'll do for the other one, same thing we'll do for the last one. So once we've done that, we can now add or subtract the numerators while the LCM becomes our new denominator. In cases where the fraction is a mixed fraction, there are two approaches to that. You either add the whole numbers of the mixed fraction, then find the LCM of the proper fractions attached to each of the mixed fractions, or you simply change the mixed fractions to improper fractions, find their LCM, and find your final answer. Okay? Now, having said that, let's use some examples to understand better what we are talking about and how to go about solving problems that involves addition and subtraction of fractions. So let's look at these examples. Example number one. Let's take examples. Simplify the following. Okay. Simplify the following fractions. Number one. Let's say we have 3 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus 2 over 3. 3 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus 2 over 4. The question says simplify these. Now let's solve the solution. 3 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus 2 over 3. Now, the first thing to do The first thing to do to this is to find the LCM, because here we cannot add the fractions the way they are. So what we do is we find the LCM of the denominators. So I can call this step 1. I'll say find the LCM of the denominators. Okay? So we find the LCM of the denominators. That's the first thing we do. And the denominators here are 4, 8, and 3. Let's find their LCM. 2 can go 2, 2, 4, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 1, 3. 3, 1, 1, 1. I believe you know what I'm doing. Yes, you do. So the LCM is now 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. So the LCM is 24. Now, that's step 1. Having gotten the LCM, the next thing we now do is, let me call it step 2. The next thing we now do is, we use the denominators to divide the LCM. So I can say, simply say, divide the LCM by the denominators. Divide the LCM by the denominators. So what this means is that we will use 4 to divide 24, write our answer under the fractions, bring down our plus. Use 8 to divide 24, write our answer under the fractions, bring down our plus. Use 3 to divide 24, write our answer under the plus, under the fraction, bring down our plus. Now, the fact here is the LCM is divisible by all the denominators. If you are solving a fraction and you obtain an LCM that did any of the denominator, let's say 8 cannot divide this number. Let's say that after solving for our LCM, we got 26. Notice that at this point, 3 cannot divide, 8 cannot divide, 4 cannot divide. So whenever you have such scenario, just know that your LCM is wrong. So you need to find the correct and the right LCM for the denominators. Okay? The LCM can be divided by the denominators. All the denominators are factors of the LCM. Alright? So having said that, let's go. 4 divide 24, 6. 6 plus 8 divide 24, 3. 3 plus 3 divide 24, 8. Good. Now comes the next step. I can now say add or subtract the quotients. Add or subtract the quotient. Remember that quotient is a number obtained as a result of division. So the quotients here are 6, 3, and 8. And it says we should add or subtract, meaning that if it is addition, we add, if it is subtraction, we subtract. So let's add. By adding, we now have 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 8, 17. All over 24. And these are final answer. Okay? No. No. There's a mistake here. Sorry. I made a mistake. There's a mistake here. There's a mistake here. And there's a mistake here. Okay? I did not complete this step, that's why. Divide the LCM by the denominators and multiply multiply the numerators by the quotient. Sorry about that. It's an omission. So let's redo this step. So the step says divide the LCM and use your quotient to multiply the numerator. Divide the LCM by the denominators, use the quotient to multiply the numerator. So let's go. 4 divides 24. 6. That's 6 times the numerator for 4. 3. 6 times 3 is what? 18 plus 8 divide 24. 3 times 1. 3 plus 3 divide 24. 8 times 2. 8 times 2, 16. This is the right thing we should have done. Okay? This is the right thing we should have done. Sorry about that mistake. A very costly one. So now we can add. Now the third step can come. Add or subtract. Okay? Add or subtract. Now this becomes 18 plus 3, 20. Let's go 18, 6, 3. Let's go. 8 plus 6, 14. Plus 3, 17. 7 carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. So 18 plus 3 plus 16 is 37 over 24. Now this is your answer. 37 over 24 is our answer. But are we going to leave fractions in improper fraction? No. So we do not leave our answer in improper fraction. We will always go a step further by making it a mixed fraction. Now, 37 over 24 in mixed fraction should be one whole number, 13 over 24. And this becomes our final answer. Alright? So, this same step applies to division of, the same step applies to subtraction of fractions. Okay? Now let's say here we have a fraction that is 9 over 10 minus 1 over 3. The fraction says 9 over 10 minus 1 over 3. So we will follow these same steps. Let me title this. We follow these same steps in adding and subtracting fraction to solve this. Okay? Now, solution. We have 9 over 10 minus 1 over 3. What's the first step? The first step says find the LCM of the denominators. Right. Now the LCM of the denominators, 10 and 3 is 30. You can check that out. Now 30 divided by 10. Step 2 says divide the LCM by the denominators and multiply the numerators by the quotient. So 10 divided 30 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27 minus 3 divided 30 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. So this becomes 27 minus 10 is 17 over 30. So are you seeing it? So it's the same approach, the same method, the same pattern. Okay? Okay, let's look at this means here as number 3. Let's say equation says simplify 3 whole number 1 over 2 plus 4 whole number 2 over 7 plus or minus plus 1 whole number 4 over 3. Now, to solve this type of problem, there are two approaches, but I will use one. The first approach is where, okay, I will use the two of them. Let me say solution 1. So the question says 3 whole number 1 over 2 plus 4 whole number 2 over 7 plus 1 whole number 4 over 3. Now in solution 1, what it entails is that we should separate the whole numbers and the fractions. So I will open a small bracket here and I'll have, what's the whole number here? 3 plus 4 plus 1. These are the whole numbers, right? So I'll open a bigger bracket here. What's the fraction here? 1 over 2 plus 2 over 7 plus 4 over 3. So what this approach says is, add the whole numbers together, then solve the fraction part the way we solved here. Okay? So let's go. 3 plus 4 plus 1, 8. So this is, it is still whole number, 8 whole number. What do we do here? Let me reduce this. We find the what? LCM. What's LCM of 2, 7, and 3? Let's find 2 here. 1, 7, 3, 3, 1, 7, 3. 1, 7, 1, 1, 1. 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 7, 42. 42. So the LCM of 3, 7, and 2 is 42. So that's the first step. The second step, divide the LCM by the denominators and multiply the numerators by their quotient. So let's go. 2 divide 42, 21. 21 times 1, 21 plus. 7 divide 42, 6. 6 times 2, 12 plus. 3 divide 42. 3 divide 42 is 14. 14, yes, by 3. 3 here 1, 3 here 1, and then 1. 3 and 12 is 4. 14. 14 times 4. 16, 6, 4, 5. 56. So 14 times 4 is what? 56. Alright? Good. So we keep solving. So the 8 still comes down. Then what follows it? Add or subtract. So let's go. 21 plus 12 plus 56. 1 plus 2 plus 6, 9. 2 plus 1 plus 5, 8. So I have 89 over 42. Is this our final answer? No. Reason. This is an improper fraction. So let's make it proper. So to change 89 over 42 is this should give me 2 whole number, because 42 in 2 places is 84. So 2 whole number 5 over 42. Okay, 89 over 42 is 2 whole number 5 over 42. So this becomes 8. Because of this 2 whole number, remember, whole numbers goes to whole number. So this is 8 whole number, it will now become 8 plus 2 whole number, 5 over 42. Are you seeing it? Now, these two are whole numbers, right? 8 plus 2, 10. 5 over 42. So our final answer is 10 whole number, 5 over 42. Now, this is method 1. This is method 1 for solving such type of problem where we have whole numbers, mixed fractions. Okay? So this is method 1. Let's look at solution 2. Alright? Let's look at solution number 2. Let's see if we will get the same answer. If we get the same answer, it means we are correct. If we don't, then we'll check for where the mistake is. But I know there is no mistake there. So let me clean this part. So let's say solution 2. I have 3 whole number 1 over 2 plus 4 whole number 2 over 7 plus 1 whole number 4 over 3. Now, in solution 2, what we do is we change all these mixed fraction to improper fraction. Convert every mixed fraction to improper fraction. So this becomes 2 times 3 plus 1, 7 over 2, plus 7 times 4 should give us 28 plus 2, 30 over 7 plus 3 times 1, 3, plus 4, 7 over 3. Now, once we obtain this, we find the LCM. And the LCM of 2, 7 and 3 is what? 42. Then what's next? We divide the LCM and multiply the numerator. So this becomes 2 divided 42 is 21 times by 7. 7, 14. So here is 147 plus 7 divided 42 is 6 times by 30. 30 times by 6 is 0, 18, 180. 180 plus 3 divided 42. 42 is 14 times by 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry 2. 7 times this is 7 plus 2, 98. Okay. Alright. Now, having gotten this, what do? We add. So let's add 114, 7, 180, and 98. 7 plus 0 plus 8 is 15. 5 carry 1. 1 plus 4 plus 8 is 13. 22. 2 carry 2. And this is 4. So meaning that, hope you are following. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 8, 13. 13 plus 9, 22, 2 carry 2. So we have 425 over 42. Now looking at this, you notice that 42 divide this 425 is 10 remainder 5, because 42 times 10 is 420, and 420 plus 5 will give me 425. Therefore, this is for this divided by this will now become 10 whole number 5 over 42. So you see, we are correct. Alright? So this is how you go about when dealing or solving addition and subtraction problems that involves fraction. any fraction at all, any problem at all. You can either use this or you use this. Same method for both addition, same method for both subtraction. Same method, same approach. Alright? So that is how to solve problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay? So I will see you in our next class.